Marianne Williamson, then you would have been introduced to this new system of thought. By the way, darling Marianne has written a book called Return to Love. If you do not understand what we are speaking about, we suggest you run out and buy that book. It will give you lots of answers that you've been looking for. So Marianne Williamson, your father and the Christ thanks you for the ambassador that you are. Those of you who follow the teachings of Abraham, who is a collective consciousness like us, that speaks through the soul of Esther Hicks, and we can't forget her partner, Jerry Hicks. Abraham has written a book called Ask and It Is Given. If you want to know more about what we are talking about, seek out that book. Attend the seminars of Abraham, and you will begin to understand what it is we are speaking about. As a matter of fact, Wise One, you see, was given a tape of the Abraham teachings about 6 years ago, and it was one of the tapes of Esther Hicks explaining how she came to channel Abraham. What Wise One's doing right now is called channeling, you see. And so when the Wise One heard the wisdom of Abraham, her response was, wow, now that's amazing. I would love to do that one day. However, I don't think that's going to be possible. It must take years to learn how to do such a thing. Little did the Wise One know that that was a request. Oh, it was a request, and believe us, it was answered. And so here she is, doing the very thing that darling Esther Hicks does. We promote the teachings of Abraham. And for those of you who are just stepping on this path, these teachings are user-friendly. Abraham has created this lovely chart in the book Ask and It Is Given. If you ever buy it, go to page 114. Best thing you would ever do in your life. When Wise One walked out of her job 5.5 years ago, she decided, I'm going to find myself. I don't know what that means, but I am. And so she started studying self-help books, started learning how to communicate with the angelic realm. How did she do this? She was introduced to materials that were written by darling Doreen Virtue. We like to call her the angel lady, you see. Doreen Virtue is a teacher, and she teaches those of you who are interested in how to communicate with the angelic realm. And so this is where the Wise One got started. And so one day when an angel appeared to her at her desk at work and said, you know, you need to leave this job because what you're wanting you can't find here. So if you do leave this job, we will help you to get what you want. And do not worry, we will take care of you. The universe will take care of you. Do not worry about money. Do not worry about your children. Do not worry about anything, because we will take care of you. Trust us, the angel said, and she did. Now, Wise One read the materials from Doreen Virtue, and from that tried the exercises and was successful. But we tell you, she was only successful because she believed in what she was doing. Wise One also read books by the likes of Dr. Wayne Dyer. And we tell you, when she was home and didn't know what to do or where to start, she thought, I'm going to learn how to manifest and, as Abraham would call it, deliberate manifesting. And so Wise One decided that she was going to manifest one of her mentors. And so she manifested the likes of Dr. Wayne Dyer. One day, when she was standing in a bookstore, and we're cutting the story short, of course. You will receive details of her life later on. But, for saving time right now, she met Dr. Wayne Dyer in a metaphysical bookstore, shared with him the journey that she was on. Keep in mind, this was only 6 months after leaving her job. Dr. Wayne Dyer invited the Wise One to speak at his seminar in Toronto.